Drop everything else and pay attention very, very carefully, because right now, at this very moment, your business is at a serious risk. Imagine a ruling against you asking you to pay a fine of $20 million or 4% of your global revenue, whichever is greater. Yes, greater. What for? Not for stealing, not for cheating, not for scamming, but for running your business just the very same way as you run it today. Starting May 25th, 2018, all your WordPress sites may be in gross violation of the GDPR, or the General Data Protection Regulation from the European Union. Now, this regulation imposes strict data management and reporting requirements on every website that gets visitors from the European Union. Not members, not customers, just visitors. So if you are letting citizens of the European Union visit your website and you're not GDPR compliant today, you're exposing your business to a very grave risk. Don't make the mistake of ignoring GDPR. You are affected even if you are in a country far away from the European Union. Unless you modify your site's code to prevent EU visitors from seeing it, you are at serious risk. You run the danger of your business being forced to shut down and being subjected to painful litigation and fines that you can never afford to pay. The only way out? Become GDPR compliant. Introducing WP GDPR Fix. We've worked day and night to create a perfect solution for GDPR compliance for your WordPress site. The WP GDPR Fix plugin implements all 7 minimum compliance requirements that you need: cookie consent, terms and conditions compliance, privacy policy compliance, right to be forgotten, data reporting compliance, data breach compliance, data modification compliance. WP GDPR Fix has everything in one place. Your site will automatically get the compliance measures, consent screens, request forms as required by law, and you will be able to focus back on basics without a worry about, legal hassles. WP GDPR Fix is the easiest and most cost-effective system for GDPR compliance. Everything else is going to be too time-taking, too expensive, and too complicated. Remember, as soon as you are compliant, you have not only secured and protected your business, you have also shown.
Hey guys, this is Cyriljit from Technic Force, and today I want to talk to you about GDPR. It's a new regulation that's worrying a lot of people, and rightly so, because it requires a total change in the way you handle data. And today I'm going to show you WP GDPR Fix. It's a new plugin that we've created with an aim to help you be more GDPR compliant. And this plugin will actually take care of 7 key requirements of GDPR. 7 very important things that you have covered because of this plugin, and it's going to make your journey to total GDPR compliance very easy. So let's get started and take a look at how exactly it works. When you log in into WP GDPR Fix, you will be taken to the compliance screen where you will see all the things that you need to do before you get GDPR compliant. So you can see on the screen that these are the things that you need to handle: cookie consent, terms and conditions policy, privacy policy, right to be forgotten, data access requirement requests, data breach notifications, data rectification requirements. All of these things will have to be compliant. You will have to set them up to be more GDPR compliant. And of course, at the top you see one more option: accept EU traffic. If you want to refuse EU traffic, you don't need to comply, so you can actually do that with this plugin too. But I'm going to show you how to set up things to be more compliant. So the first thing you need to set up is the cookie consent, which means you need to inform every one of your viewers, your visitors, that you track cookies, and you typically do if you got any sort of Facebook pixel or analytics or any tracking code on your blog. You will be tracking cookies, so you need to inform EU visitors. You don't need to take the permission, but you need to inform. So when you come to cookie consent, you can set up your own message here. You can even set up your colors, what color text you want, what color background you want, where exactly you want this to appear. All of these settings are possible, and we even have a default message. So if you don't want to type in your own message, think of your own message, you can use the default text. And when you're done, just click on Save Settings, and let's make sure that it displays on all pages, and that's it. So when your visitor comes to the website next, they will see this screen which has your message there and the cookie consent, and if they click on OK, it won't be shown to them again. So this is how cookie consent works. You need to get the consent to make sure that you comply with the cookie consent requirement of the GDPR policy. The next is the terms and conditions setup requirement. You need to have a valid terms and conditions policy. You can set one up according to your own business's unique needs, and you just need to tell WP GDPR Fix what your terms and conditions policy is, and this is how you do it. So first, you have the option to make people see your terms and conditions policy. If they have not agreed to accept it, they will not be shown your blog content. And if you do that, everyone can be redirected to the terms and conditions policy first, even if they are signed in users, or if they are unsigned users, people who are visiting your website for the first time maybe, or who have not subscribed to you yet. Also, it does maintain the version number of the TNC policy. Every time you change the version number, it's going to force people to come to the TNC policy again and accept it again. Now, GDPR does not ask you to mandatorily show them the TNC policy before they use the website, so you can just keep it to know, have a valid terms and conditions policy, select what is your TNC, so select the page there, you need to set that up, and when they accept, you need to tell GDPR Fix where you want them to go. You can send them back to the page they were on, and if you want, you can just keep them on the terms and conditions page, or if you want, you can send them to the home page of the website. Whatever you want, set it up and click Save Settings. Now in the compliance screen, I can see that my cookie consent is set, that my terms and conditions policy is also met. So as you continually meet all the requirements, as you set up the plugin correctly, all the requirements will be met, and you will be informed at the end that you are compliant with 7 aspects of GDPR requirements. Now let's have a look at the terms and conditions policy as well. So here's my terms and conditions policy, and at the bottom I can see that there is a checkbox to accept it, and if I'm set to redirect, if my TNC policy